I'm Liz Walker. Next on News 4, the snow that wouldn't stop. The question tonight, what's next? A family's memorial and a warning about ice in the early winter. And the latest on that deadly state police chopper crash. News 4 begins now.
Now, Liz Walker, Jack Williams, Bruce Schwegler, Bob Lobel, Joyce Kulhaywick. Now, live, this is WBZ News 4.
A beautiful sight as long as you're home, because tonight the getting there was slow going. Good evening, everybody. If you were trying to get anywhere tonight, it was a rough ride.
I think the best way to get around tonight, well, perhaps you're looking at it. Forget the wheels, pick up some skis. More than a half foot of snow in Boston and to the north of Boston. And Dan Ray has been about the town all night tonight.
Welcome to the first evening rush hour snowstorm of this winter. For 4 hours from mid-afternoon on, Greater Boston traffic was tied in knots. On Commonwealth Avenue near the BU Bridge, traffic was at a crawl, a snail's pace. It took a long time to go anywhere.
Started at the Lafayette parking lot.
2 hours to here?
2 hours to here.
What's that, 2 hours, 2 miles?
Yeah, I'm picking up my girlfriend, and I got another half an hour to go.
You sure she's still going to be your girlfriend?
Oh, I'm not sure about that. I wish I had my cell phone on me.
And if you don't want to drive, you can always take the MBTA and enjoy the closeness, the comfort, and the companionship of your fellow travelers. Drivers looked for every edge to get through those jammed up intersections. Yellow lights meant nothing, and red lights were often ignored. Everywhere you tried to drive, there were obstacles. Abandoned cars downtown or on Store Drive did little to expedite traffic flow. Tow trucks had a tough time getting to their quarry. Some cab drivers threw up their meters in disgust.
There's too much traffic. I'm going home.
You came on and you're going home.
I can't drive. I mean, it's not worth it. It takes too much time. I'm not getting anywhere.
No winter wonderland this rush hour, just another win for nature over the office obligations of the downtown 9-to-5ers. And just a couple of hours later, back at this intersection leading to the BU Bridge, the snow had stopped, most of the traffic had gone home, and nature was starting to remove the slush. Slowly, cars maneuvered from their parking spaces. The clouds lifted and the temperature rose, proving once again the maxim: if you don't like the weather here in New England, wait a minute or two. And the weather here in New England has now changed once again. A couple of hours ago, the precipitation had stopped, the temperature was going up, and the roads were getting better. Well, the reverse has now happened. Precipitation is coming back down, the temperature is going down, and I just got off the Mass Turnpike in 128, and let me tell you, it is treacherous driving tonight. If it continues like this throughout the night, the morning commute will be another nightmare. It has gotten a lot worse in the last couple of hours. Dan Ray reporting live from out on Route 128. Back to you, Jack.
Oh, sounds pretty depressing. All right, Dan, thank you.
And the storm has made it tough for air travelers tonight. Right now, Logan Airport is open, but it's been closed off and on throughout the evening. Snowplows worked overtime for much of the day, trying to keep those runways clear. The airport was closed for nearly 2 hours at the height of the storm. WBZ's David Robichaux has been at Logan for most of the evening. David joins us now with the latest. Are things moving, David?
Well, Liz, not really. It's been shut down, as you mentioned, completely 3 times today. Logan is open now, but not many flights are getting in and out. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of people sleeping inside of that terminal right now. The plows are still out there now, trying to get things ready for the morning, but for most of the day, it's been pretty tough sledding.
Falling snow at night can make for a pretty picture, but there's nothing pretty about waiting in an airport terminal all day.
It was supposed to come in at 4:14, 5:55, 6 o'clock. Now we're at 6:30, still holding at 6:30, hoping they're circling, hoping it doesn't get diverted to Philadelphia.
Imagine flying all the way from Ireland only to get stranded in snowbound Boston.
And I have 2 little girls as well as this one, and they were so excited when they saw snow, because we don't get snow in Ireland, just rain. So they were all excited running out in the snow, but I think they're getting tired now. We've been 20 hours already traveling.
A day like this can make you feel downright humbug.
I thought I liked snow, but I don't.
So if you're waiting around, what's there to do?
Some of the stranded passengers decided to kill some time here at the bar.
Hopefully, this guy will be out of here by December 24th. Hey, if you're stranded, might as well get some work done. So at least you're doing something constructive with your time? You're getting some business done?
I'm drinking and doing my work. My boss will love this.
There were a couple of happy travelers. Billy was thrilled to see his mom make it home from her business trip.
It was a little bumpy up there. It was more scary when I saw all the ice on the runway that we were landing on.
And Stacy hadn't seen her friend in 2 years. She was one of the few to make it in or out of Logan tonight.
Now, as I mentioned, unfortunately, a lot of people not making it out of Logan tonight. A lot of people sleeping inside the terminal. Liz, earlier the problem was snow. Now it's pretty much ice. The plows are out there trying to get things ready for the morning, trying to get things dry. Our advice, obviously, if you're flying out tomorrow morning, call early and often to make sure your flight is getting out of here or someone else's is coming in on time. Reporting live from Logan Airport, I'm David Robichaud, WBZ News 4. Liz?
Well, Dave, did the guy in the red suit ever move?
He was actually a dummy. I didn't know that at the beginning, though.
Dave, I'm worried about you, but thanks a lot. WBZ meteorologist Bruce Schwegler is here with us now to tell us what's next. Bruce?
I need a little levity there, Liz. I had a kick out of Roby out there. Hi, everybody. We have had 4 to 8 inches of snow across the region, 2 inches down on the vineyard. But 4 to 8 across our area, and the same story is true all the way up to the mountains of northern New England and out to the mountains of western New England. So we've had a substantial snowfall. Now we do have the icing in the interior, but it's above freezing along the coast and shouldn't be a problem near the coastal areas as far as icing is concerned. Here is the end of the precipitation, winding on down as it heads on through the Boston area. And as it does head through, we will see some drizzle on the backside, but that's about it. So we look to the north. It's still snowing up in Concord and Manchester, and this entire area up in here is snow. And it's snowing pretty good up in Maine and New Hampshire, so still a problem there. But it's all lifting off in this direction. This is the icing in the interior, just plain rain along the coast from Boston down to the Cape and the islands and up to the north shore of the Cape Ann. So that's the way it stands right now. And for your inbound commute tomorrow morning, as Dan has noted, the big problem is going to be the icing in the interior. We'll have cloudy skies here. There'll be some temperatures that are right around the freezing mark here in the city and westward, and of course below freezing as you move farther west. There will be the icing conditions, especially inland, especially secondary roads. I don't think main roads will be a problem because it's not that cold and the salt should do its trick. There will also be some areas of fog around in the morning which could delay some airline operations, but I don't see them canceling it out. And beyond that, doesn't look all that bad for the remainder of tomorrow in through the first part of tomorrow night. Then some more weather coming our way, but right now it looks like it shouldn't be all that much for Saturday. Finally, some sunshine on Sunday, and I'll tell you all about that in a little while. I'll see you then, Liz.
Looking forward to it. Bruce, thank you. Stay tuned. If there are any delays or cancellations tomorrow morning, of course, you will see them right here. WBZ News 4 begins at 5 a.m.
The snow is being blamed for the death of a mother in Easton today. 37-year-old Catherine Sullivan of Stoughton was killed in a head-on collision on Route 138. Her young daughter and another child were in the Sullivan station wagon, but only suffered minor injuries. Police say that a sedan slammed into Sullivan's car after swerving to try to avoid a truck. A tribute tonight to 7-year-old Billy Doherty. He's the Hyde Park boy who died after falling through the ice at the George Wright Golf Course tonight. Billy's family returned to the golf course and placed flowers by the pond. You might notice that pond is now encircled by a fence. Billy fell through the ice while trying to retrieve his sled. And a Cape Cod youngster who fell through the ice yesterday afternoon, now listed in critical condition. 9-year-old Russell Bickle was playing with his brother on Flax Pond in Dennis when he fell through the ice. The little boy had been underwater for nearly 20 minutes when firefighters pulled him from the frigid water. Bickle was airlifted to Boston City Hospital.
Governor Wells says he is bothered by reports that top state officials ignored warnings to better train police helicopter crews. One of those crews was involved in a crash on the Charles River that killed 4 people. Memos, including one from one of the troopers killed in the crash, repeatedly asked for more training. This week, the NTSB found the state police partly responsible for the crash. The governor is considering punishing Colonel Charles Henderson, the state's top cop, and the state Secretary of Public Safety wanted to meet with Henderson today as well.
I think that we really need to do a fair and comprehensive review. We certainly don't want to delay that. I want to get that done as quickly as possible. But I think that, the first step is to get the final NTSB report in writing within a few weeks, and then to complete the management study of the Department of State Police that we expect to be done in early 1996, probably late January.
O'Toole had scheduled that meeting with Henderson for today. We don't know if the two met, however, because the bad weather delayed Henderson, who was coming home from Washington.
There's much more ahead on News 4 tonight, and here are some of the stories you'll see. It will be a Merry Christmas in Methuen after all.
And why Ted Williams' name is on the tip of Boston's tongue.
Coming up on WBZ News 4.
If you have a news story, we want to hear from you. Call the WBZ News 4 newsroom at 617-783-4444.
Entertainment Weekly calls Nixon the best movie of the year.
You have everything you ever wanted. Why can't you just enjoy it?
Joel Siegel of Good Morning America says Nixon's the one. And so is Anthony Hopkins, one of the film's great performances.
A man doesn't cry. I don't cry. You fight.
Oliver Stone has made a great, shattering movie.
When do the rest of us stop paying off your debts?
This is Nixon's finish.
Nixon, rated R, starts December 20th.
Joe Miller's a little excited because Thursday, Friday, and Saturday only, it's Circuit City's 3-day sale. And Joe Miller's the guy with the sale tags. Save on home and car audio. Save on the best computers, too. Save on top brand appliances. And get no interest and no payments till '97 on select big screen TVs. And no interest for 6 months on all audio, video, DSS, and appliances. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday only, get the biggest savings of the season on big screen TVs, camcorders, car stereos, and more. It's Circuit City's 3-day sale.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Every year at this time, we count our blessings at Walmart.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We're thankful we get to live in a country where freedom has no bounds.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
But most especially, we're thankful for the people who make our jobs possible.
And a Happy New Year.
To all our vendor partners who bring us our great products, and to all our wonderful customers who buy them, may this be the merriest Christmas of all.
It is a miracle. That's what one employee of the Malden Mills is saying about the owner's decision to keep paying his employees for the next month. That's how the employees reacted to the good news today. Aaron Fierstein told them his first priority is to help his employees. They have been out of work since that massive fire destroyed their mill in Methuen earlier this week. Fierstein says his father, an observant Jew, taught him an important lesson about helping others.
In those circumstances where there is a moral vacuum, hishtadel liyos ish, do everything within your power to be a man. And that's what he instructed his children to do, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Fierstein also told employees today that he is paid for their health insurance for at least the next 90 days.
It is New England's first unit to be pressed into action for the Bosnian peacekeeping effort. A National Guard Public Affairs detachment from New Hampshire is heading to Germany. They are not a fighting unit. They'll help coordinate press coverage of the Bosnian effort. And this is why they're going. Leaders of the three warring Bosnian factions today signed their peace accord. President Clinton and the leaders of other allied countries witnessed the signing. It brings to an end officially nearly 4 years of war in the Balkans. NATO troops are scheduled to begin pouring into Bosnia tomorrow. The entire NATO peacekeeping force, about 60,000 troops, is expected to be in place by February.
Governor Bill Weld and Senator John Kerry are being invited to take part in a series of debates sponsored by the major Boston media outlets. WBZ TV, the Boston Globe, the Boston Herald, WCVB, and WHDH are all joining together to invite the candidates to participate in 6 or 7 debates. The invitations went out today, and we'll keep you posted. Looks like Ted Williams has another hit. This time it's the tunnel bearing his name. Governor Weld today signed the bill that officially names the 3rd harbor tunnel the Ted Williams Tunnel. The splendid Splinter was on hand to witness the occasion. Governor Weld even gave him the pen. The tunnel opens to commercial traffic only, and it opens tomorrow morning. If it ever stops snowing, but I guess it has stopped.
It's kind of rainy, kind of strange, getting cold.
I know it. We have to make it home, to our homes tonight. Well, let's get the latest from Bruce. What do you think? More snow tonight, or is it all over?
No, the snow is over, Jack. I'm just really anticipating some screams from my neighbors when I fire up that snowblower at about midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. Here we go. These clouds swinging off to the east and northeast. but more clouds following and more weather following as well as we start the weekend. Details shortly.
At least you're warning them, Bruce. Also coming up for the holidays tonight, lighting up Natick.
And join WBZ News 4 tomorrow morning from 5 to 7 a.m. And don't forget to turn your dial to WBZ News Radio 1030 before you go to bed tonight.
Inside every person who needs a minivan is someone who swore they'd never buy one. For that someone, Honda created Odyssey with 4 doors and a fold-away third seat. It's the minivan for people who deep down inside aren't minivan people. Odyssey, the Honda of minivans.
Uh-oh, I still have to get gifts for Uncle Bob.
The holidays. It's a wonderful time to lose your mind and go broke. But holiday shopping is easy at Office Max. Hey, it's the office products and Christmas gifts superstore. There's loads of great stuff, including quality brand names like Dana Lighting or Bush Industries at guaranteed low prices that will make you quite, joyous. So, shop at Office Max this holiday and save time, money, and very possibly your sanity. Office Max, we go to the max for you.
Time magazine calls Heat awesome, wholly original, one for the books. Heat is the goods.
I do what I do best.
A spellbinder. You won't be able to take your eyes off them.
This crew is good.
Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Val Kilmer, a Michael Mann film. Heat, rated R. Starts Friday, December 15th at a theater near you.
4 girls in Gloucester. Always see kids, no, young kids, buying cigarettes from machines. So what do? They start a petition. They collect signatures, lots of signatures. They take them to the city council, revisions, lawyers, politicians. Boom, the mayor grabs his pen, signs it into law. Wheels turn, the action begins. Say bye-bye. 4 kids, they had an idea. They took control, they changed the rules, so can you.
You know those designer fragrances you find at department stores?
Excuse me. Could you pass me the cotton balls?
They're the same ones you'll find at Walgreens. Why pay more when you can save at least 50% off these designer fragrance gift sets? Now at Walgreens.
Bruce Schwegler and New England weather. WBZ News 4 continues.
Hi, everybody. It's still autumn, but we're experiencing a little fallout here. Winter doesn't start till next Friday, and this fall's snowfall, so far, 14 inches, or right up in there. We only had 15 inches all last winter, so we are running along at a great clip. Last winter, of course, had below normal snowfall. Still, we are really way ahead of schedule here. We've got some sleet, some rain, a little snow mixed in. Temperatures are in the mid-30s here in Boston now. And it's in the 30s on the coast from here to Cape Cod and around and down through Connecticut to New York City. If you're driving in that direction, drive the coastal route. Don't go the inland route because you can see the colder temperatures in the interior. Even our immediate western suburbs, even right here at WBZ, it's slightly below freezing. And it gets colder as you head out to Worcester, up to New Hampshire, where it's still snowing. But it is all winding down as we look at the clouds departing the region. And as they race off to the east, we note a low-pressure area up in the eastern Great Lakes, high-pressure area to the south, frontal system curving right around like this and then back up. We've got the frigid air across interior New England, dipping down along the Appalachian Mountains, cool air along our coastline. In fact, it's mild as you head southwestward in the 60s to near 70 today. And then it's cool but not cold here in the Midwest. And in fact, the really cold air is located way up here on through the northern Midwest. And it'll be a while before that comes down here. That would be Saturday. And as a storm develops offshore, that cold air will get entrained into it, and then we're going to see some more snow. I don't see a lot of it, but dusting to an inch or two is certainly possible in much of our area once again on Saturday. So the pace continues. Within these clouds right now, we do have that rainfall and snowfall. Again, this is a mixture of the works here with the colder temperatures in the interior causing the icing. Along the coast, it's just rain. It's still snowing off to our north. If you're going up 95, you've got a rough ride. If you're going up 93, you've got a rough ride. And of course, many of the secondary roads around here with the freezing on them are causing some problems as well. But note, the main moisture source continues to lift out of here. So our forecast for tonight calls for the cloudy and cool weather, but the mix of precip is tapering off, but it will be icy and there will be some fog forming. Temperatures holding, even going up in spots. 30s most locales, but still colder in the interior, below freezing. That sets the stage for tomorrow's commute from those locales toward Boston, where it should be at or right around the freezing mark. So we're talking cloudy skies, just a few sprinkles tomorrow, and that would be the most of it. Temperatures 35 to 40, low to mid 40s down on Cape Cod, and up to our north and west, still struggling to beat that freezing mark. Your inbound commute featuring the clouds and the fog and the icy conditions. But the fog will be dissipating. The icy conditions probably will not, at least a good portion of the morning, out in the interior. IFR flying conditions. As we look at the unsettled weather for tomorrow, but no big storm or anything. But tomorrow night, we've got a mixture of some light rain and snow developing. And it stays that way into early Saturday morning, then starts just becoming plain old snow as some colder air works on in aloft. And finally, we break into some sunshine, but not complete on Sunday. Temperatures in the 30s, and then Monday looking pretty decent. Tuesday looking pretty decent. Most of the day, clouds advancing. We have indications of another storm, a coastal storm for Tuesday night and Wednesday.
Well, we'll worry about that after we get through the weekend.
Yes, we'll live to fight another day.
All right, Bruce. Thank you.
Yes.
In the meantime, tonight for the holidays, we take you to Glen Street in South Natick for a Christmas display the whole neighborhood can enjoy.
For the past 8 years, I've been able to put up a nice display for the neighbors and friends of ours. It takes about 50 hours to get the lights up and about 30 hours to get them down. It's more fun putting them up than it is getting them down.